Hey guys, welcome back to Buck Brothers Podcast. This is episode 8. Glad to be back. Big shout out to all of our subscribers on YouTube and followers on TikTok. We have been a little behind posting our shorts on TikTok. So it looks like we're going to be posting episode 6 and 7. We'll have two smaller s'mores. We'll have two smaller clips that we'll be posting from those other episodes. Been slacking a little bit on that. You know, we've got real busy with, the property and everything else. But
that too, but we got full-time jobs too. So
yeah, it's a lot.
It's hard to stay up on top of everything. I mean, we're doing the best we can with what we got.
Yeah.
And
it's been great.
What is that?
A little bit of hair in there. Today marks 2 months. 2 months.
Yep.
We've been doing this, so
that's wild.
It's great.
We've been staying on top of it and been pretty good,
Yeah, it's been a blast, man.
From going, being a single father, taking care of my son, and working full-time job, and you working your full-time job, trying to start.
It's been a lot.
Your business stuff, it's been a lot on our
So
plate.
we will also just to get into a little bit. I'm going to Florida this coming Saturday.
Yep.
So we probably are we gonna shoot an extra one, or are we just gonna skip a week?
I think maybe
skip a week, take a week off.
I mean, I say we shoot one Friday.
Shooting Friday,
I got Steph on Friday. He goes
cool. You think we can shoot? Yeah, we'll probably shoot one Friday. That'd probably work. Shoot a nice little one Friday. Yep. That way we got one for Saturday, and we'll get it all together and get it posted or get it ready for that following Tuesday.
So we'll be good.
Because I'll be in Oregon I'll be in Florida for a week. So yeah, that'd be a blast. Once I get back, we'll be shooting another one. So the grind's on, man.
The grind never stops. You know.
How was your weekend chasing turkeys, Blaine?
Oh, it was fun. I went out to a piece of public because I can hunt public and private with my tag. So I went to some public, and I didn't hear much out there, but I had a whole lot of ticks on me when I left. I flicked probably, before I got out of the spot I was in, I probably flicked maybe 20 ticks off me. Got home, then flicked another 10 off me.
Yeah. Yeah, Lee and Devin's dog, they ended up getting loose. He got loose a couple weeks ago, Scout, and other little beagle. And I don't know, I picked about 45 ticks, 45 to 50 ticks off of them. And it was horrible, dude. They were just left and right. So ticks are super bad right now in Michigan.
Oh, yeah.
They're out like a son of a gun. Even our backyards are, full of ticks right now.
The ones I had on me too were really small.
Smaller ones, not real big ones?
They were really small. I had one big one on me, and that was it. The other ones are, dinky. So they're hard to see sometimes. So if you guys are out in the woods, watch out for those ticks, and just make sure you're checking yourself.
Yeah, definitely be aware.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want no Lyme disease from no damn tick.
Oh, no.
And so definitely be careful of those. But that's sweet. I need to get back out. My tag ends the 31st of this month, so I want to get back out and try to get one down. But like I said, going on this family vacation and everything else, I've been super busy. I ain't been able to get out as much as I'd like, but hopefully when I get back, I'll be able to get out and chase some more birds.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe we can get one. If not, it's just all fun because we don't really hunt turkey like we do deer hunting or fish. So
no, this was our first year turkey hunting, so it's been an experience for sure.
Oh yeah.
I will say, me personally, it's fun, but it's nothing like whitetail.
No.
I'm not into it, I guess, as much as I am. I think you may be a little more into it than I am.
I haven't even shot one. I love it. I like when you hit that call, and they call back. And sometimes when it doesn't happen, sometimes that's the best. I mean, I don't know. It's like...
Yeah. Just that close encounter.
The close encounter.
And then not happening makes it kind of, what does it drive you? Does it drive you more?
Yeah, it drives me, to push harder. maybe the next day, push a little harder. What am I doing wrong?
Where can you improve at?
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess, Blaine, you're going to get into kind of what you've been doing for your stand setup a little bit. One of these times we could even, get our gear and kind of do like a gear dump.
We could actually do that on a channel.
Do a gear dump.
Yep.
Gear dump, whatever. I think that'd be kind of cool. So, if you want to talk about what you're running for stand and stick setups, and then if you want to just give us a little bit of a rundown on what your plans are.
Yeah, so I'm running, for the stand, I'm running an XOP Vanish Evolution stand. It's weighing in about 11 pounds. Very light stand, and it's a budget stand too. It's very affordable. I think it's only like $220. Yeah, like $220. And then I'm running 2 Lone Wolf sticks. I'm actually going to run 1 8er on the bottom stick because I don't like running 8ers with the second stick or any sticks higher because if that 8er gives out, even with your safety line, I just don't want to.
how long have you been using those aiders? Did you use those like with your other sticks? Did you use them before?
Yeah, I've used them before, and they're strong. You know, they can hold some weight. But
Yeah, I think you might have been the one sticks you had. I was messing with them, and I felt that they were. I had a hard time getting my boot in them. Maybe it's because I have those big, Primo boots, whatever. But
well, yeah, they're difficult. You know, that's
yeah,
why
I had a hard time.
That's why I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to use one on the bottom. You know, so I'll probably run 1/8. That'll get me up to about at least 15, 17 feet. That's plenty. I mean, as long as you're in cover, you know, you're pretty solid. I'm going to go off. I mean, we've been watching Cody Descato lately. I know he's not in Michigan, and he's hunting low, you know, but I kind of want to prove it and see if I can do that in Michigan. Hunt like 14, 15 feet in the air.
Kind of go off, like use his tactics a little bit.
Yeah, just use his tactics a little bit and see what happens. So that's what I'm running.
What sticks are you running?
Lone Wolves.
Oh, Lone Wolf sticks.
The Lone Wolf stick. Yep.
Heck yeah. What are those coming in about 3.5 foot, 4 foot a piece, or how, what are they? 3.5 foot.
Yep, 3.5 foot. And I think one weighs about like 2.5 pounds. So you're looking at about 5 pounds with the sticks.
Yep.
And then the stand's 11. You know, so
11 pounds. Yeah, that ain't bad.
And I'm gonna be running underneath the stand or underneath the seat. I'm gonna be running a mole pack. You know, to hold all my hunting accessories in that for early season. And that's where that's gonna live.
Are you gonna run a backpack, or are you just gonna do the mole pack?
Just a mole pack.
Just a mole pack.
Yep. I'm gonna do this mole pack that I'm getting is actually like a miniature backpack. Goes underneath, so the front will be all my accessories, and then the big pack it'll be like all my my water bottle, and just the rest of the gear that I need.
Okay, that'd be kind of sweet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna invest in one of those mole packs. I remember you showing them to me.
They're pretty cool.
And I like how you kind of get your rig set up right now. I feel like it's pretty fast and efficient. Well, what are you gonna run? What do you? I think I want to come up with some kind of strategy. Obviously, something where you're gonna be able to hook your sticks to your Well, you're only doing 2 sticks though, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Are you gonna run a stick like on your belt loop? Or
what I'm gonna do is honestly this year what I'm gonna do is probably just go put a stick up, set my stand to the side, just put a stick up, go up the stick, put another stick in, come down, get my stand. Go up, hook the stand in, and then that's probably how I'm gonna do it. I did that out on some public land the other day, and I mean it was nice. I got down within 5 minutes.
Cool.
Got everything all down and packed out in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Probably 5 minutes to go up.
Yep.
It doesn't take very long. It's easy. It's an easy setup to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, running the stand versus running the saddle is gonna be a little different, but I like it. I set in your stand or whatever, so. Looks like I already got the Lone Wolf sticks, same ones you got. Yep. The 2 that you gave me.
Yep.
So I'll probably just run those. And then I think I'm gonna run the same stand you got, which is the Vanish?
The XOP Vanish Evolution.
Gotcha. Stand. Yeah, that's the one I'm gonna probably end up running. The only reason I say this because setting yours, that's something I feel like I can set all day in. Dude, that thing is comfortable.
It is so comfortable. Like with the saddle, you got that kind of little bit of tightness on your hips.
Yeah, like on the.
You know what I'm saying? Like kind of almost feels like it's bruised the next day.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's hard. Like when you did the all day set, 6 hours is fine, but longer than that, it's not. That's why we're going to the stand. And I want to set all day, and even if the wind gets bad, I can get down and move along, and go up to another setup for the wind. But it's still setting all day. It's going to be really comfortable.
Yeah, setting all day in the stand's going to be a lot different. And I think just being able to, keep your back kind of straight. Because I feel like a lot of times I was kind of, hunched over.
Or like your back's you're just uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Like your back's not feeling
that's
right.
cool. I'm excited to hear what you're running. I mean, obviously I already know, but I'm glad you're able to tell the viewers and stuff what you're running. That's sweet, man. I'm super excited.
Yeah, we will be doing like a gear dump. So we can show you all the whole setup when we get everything. And
we're about 5 months away hunting late September.
Yep.
Down in Ohio because it starts 28th. So yeah, super excited for that. What are we buying our tags next month?
Yep. We'll get our tags next month or
be buying our tags
a month
next
after
month or
that.
whatever.
So either June or July we'll have our tags. And man, that's crazy. June
or July.
That's crazy.
That's wild. Yeah,
to even think about that. Like
that's nuts. Once July hits, it's gonna definitely feel real, And I don't know. I guess a lot of other guys have hunted out of state, especially in Ohio. It's only an hour away, but
we haven't, man.
Yeah, we haven't, and just hunting that new piece and just different deer, like a different herd of deer. I'm super excited for it. I know you're stoked for it. I know Dad's happy. He's excited. So
I think when you're hunting a new spot too, it's it's insane.
Yeah.
To have that feeling, when we first started hunting public land here, in Michigan, that, you got that feeling like, oh my God, this is all new. Like, you get to scout everything. So when we were down there in Ohio with the cameras and everything, it's just all new to us, and it's exciting.
It's going to be a blast. I'm super excited, man. Can't wait to do it with you.
One thing I'm actually excited about right now,
what's
man,
that?
is that we haven't got no cameras out on public.
Yeah.
It actually feels good.
To be honest, we don't have a camera on private.
We don't. It went off. So, honestly, this feels so much better about it. I don't know why.
It does. Yeah, I do.
It's not stressing.
No. Yeah, I'm excited. I like it a lot. So, I guess that's just a little bit about what's been going on or whatever in our life. And hopefully when I get back from Florida, I'm not missing any limbs. Because I am going to show my wife that, if a shark wants to attack me, I'm going
to... You think you could take on a shark?
Oh, I could, dude. There's been this thing where they're talking about, 100 men versus one gorilla. I think we'd shred a gorilla in half. Maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Gorillas are evil. It was Silverback at that.
Maybe if Mike Tyson got a hold of him.
Yeah, Mike Tyson would tear him up, rip his ear off. But so yeah, we're gonna get into a little bit of what today's podcast is gonna be about. Is I think as a real big topic is score. Like the score of a buck. Evolution of scores. Like like back in the day. If you shot a 140-inch, 150-inch buck, like it was kind of, it was unreal. Like people,
I guess a 100-inch buck.
I think now, nowadays, in my opinion, like if you shoot a 180-inch buck, like okay, cool. Yeah. Like that's how, honestly, and it's not to be. That's how I feel that is now.
Yeah.
15 years ago, if someone shot 180, 150, 160 buck, you're like, holy shit, like what?
Nowadays, they're shooting for like the 200 range.
That's what I'm saying. You got guys that are shooting 180s plus, and so when you get someone to go out and shoot 150, 160 inch buck, which to me is that's a hog to me. It's crazy that I don't know. Hunting's changed.
Oh yeah,
hunting's changed, man. It's evolved so fast, and now the new group of hunters. You know what I mean? Like it's different. It's a lot different than when we were growing up. Obviously, we're not that old. I don't know. Things are just different. But
things are definitely different.
I don't know. To me personally, as far as score, it doesn't matter a whole lot. I mean, I am after a certain kind of score. I'm looking for, in Michigan, I am looking for 125 plus. I mean, them are kind of my standards. Yeah, that's kind of what I've set myself.
People say like, sorry, I'm not trying to cut you off.
You're good, go ahead, brother.
People say like scores don't matter. This don't like. The only reason why I feel like people go off scores so they know what they have shot. You know what I mean? Like they score, like then they know, okay, I got 40 Pope and Youngs, or I got 40 100-inch bucks. Like at least you know what bucks you're shooting on public.
Yeah, and I think, like I said, for me it's experience. But now, at some point in my hunting career or whatever, I feel like I have to evolve somewhere. And I feel like I've already stopped. Yeah. So now where do I go next? Going to the next part of the chapter of the book. For me personally is climb. You got to climb them steps. And for me personally, it's not shooting bucks that are under 125. I mean, that's just where I'm at.
We've had a problem with that. Not passing the bucks. Like you see a 100 buck, we're whacking them.
I mean, I shot a 4-point last year, and then I shot the other big buck, that 9-point that I got, and that was my biggest buck to date.
Yeah.
And going from shooting that buck to shooting that buck, I was kind of like, I guess I wasn't really like mad, but
it's a change.
It changes you. It does, and it's for the better too, because now I've learned. I'm like, man, I wish I wouldn't have shot that 4-point, even though the hunt was fun. It was off the ground.
The thing is, what people don't understand is when you get on that public land piece and you're out there like, I'm just gonna kill anything that comes through. Yep. The thing is, you don't give yourself enough credit that you can get onto a big buck. You can get onto that Pope and Young. You can get onto that 180-inch buck if you put your mind to it and you just push yourself. And you can get to it, man.
We got some bucks on the pieces. We've been hunting some public pieces here in Michigan, and I know for a fact. I don't care what anybody says. I know we've been onto some 140s and 150s, and that's a guaranteed. I know there's a buck that I've been onto that was probably 170 plus in a stupid spot. And that sounds crazy, but I got footage, and you was with me.
Oh yeah,
you was with me clear as day when it happened.
I mean,
there's monsters there. I think just having that doubt in the back of your mind, like for me personally, it was like, I'm gonna get that itch off. I want to get that itch off.
Yeah.
If you want to get that itch off,
you gotta
early doe season.
Yeah.
There's no excuses, you know. And I constantly was making excuses for myself. Like, oh, I haven't shot nothing yet.
Yeah.
I want to get that itch off, so I'm going to shoot whatever comes out.
Don't
You know, a
be
little
trigger-
basket rack,
don't be
6
trigger
point
happy.
comes out, and I'm going to shoot them. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying
No,
that-
there's nothing
I'm
wrong
not
with that.
criticizing that
No.
at all. Just for me as a hunter, I have to evolve somewhere. And that's kind of where I'm at.
You want to grow as a hunter, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you want
wanna
to grow for sure.
You know, we're shooting bucks like this, you know, and we're not against it, you know, because we've shot those bucks.
But that's one thing I will not, I'll never stand for is someone else criticizing what someone else shoots. You know, say if you wanted to go out and shoot a basket rack 6 point or, you know, whatever, and I have my certain standards.
You know, go ahead.
Well, my thing is though, is like, for me personally, I'll never criticize what someone else is doing. Ever.
I won't
If
either.
you're happy with that,
Like,
you know,
remember what they always say, like,
that's
like
great.
Uncle Ted says, if you want to shoot that spike, shoot that spike. If it gets
that's
you
right.
happy.
If it gets
If
you
it gets your
happy,
blood boiling,
if your heart is beating,
yeah.
shoot that spike, people. Shoot
Yeah,
it.
Shoot it. Shoot it,
That's
boys
just
and
my
girls.
opinion. But yeah, we don't hold no criticism towards anybody like that. I don't. I mean, like I said last year, I shot a 4 point like this. I mean, I don't care, you know. Shot
Then
him
you
off the
go and
ground.
shoot. Then you go and shoot a Pope and Young.
Yeah, nice
130
Pope
inch
Young buck. Yeah, nice buck I shot.
Yeah,
and
I think you gotta get that buck. Once you shoot a bigger buck, you're just like, you know what? I
Yeah, if it
can do it
changes you.
again. Like I can do this again. It gives you some like I don't know. It's like I feel like you don't give yourself enough credit when you're out there hunting. Some
well,
people
me
don't.
personally,
They beat themselves up.
like this, like now I've got it to the point where like I'm not going to, like when I go out, like if I want venison, I'm going to shoot a doe.
Yep.
It's just that simple.
And we got early doe season.
And I got early doe season, doe tags, whatever. I'm going to fill them up. But me personally, this year, you'll see me deer soup or tag soup.
Oh yeah.
That's just what it
And
is.
deer soup too.
And deer
Both.
soup. But yeah, if it's not what I want, and I mean honestly, it doesn't have to be 125. That's what I'm after. But if it's a buck and it's got character and it's a nice buck and it's somewhere in that range, 120, 125, I'm gonna take him. Yeah, I'm just here in Michigan. I am. Now when we go to that private or public piece in Ohio, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna hold off for a good buck. But you know, Pope and Young comes out, I'm letting that arrow fly.
And that's exciting for me too. Is like you got to shoot that Pope and Young buck. I haven't got the. You know, I've shot my biggest buck is the buck up here. This 8 point that I shot on Publix. My biggest buck on
Which
Publix,
is still
my
a
biggest
nice buck.
today, which is a really nice buck. Yeah, but like man, I haven't got to hold that big old 20-inch buck yet. You know that big Pope and
18
Young.
inch,
Yeah,
20 inch.
It'll happen. It's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, it will. And I think for me personally, like I never thought it would happen, you know. And once it did, it's like okay, now you excuse me, you build some kind of confidence, and you're like okay, well I don't have to shoot the first buck I see to make sure I get a deer this year, you know, because you already have your confidence built. And we're gonna get it done.
Oh,
we're
dude,
gonna get
like,
it done in Ohio.
the
We're gonna
thing
get it
is,
done in Michigan.
Years before,
I'm
dude.
excited and I can't wait.
Yeah, years
I'm
before.
excited. I'm excited. Sorry, not to cut you off
you're
again,
good.
but I'm excited for you the most. You know, Blake, you know, me, Dad, we've all, you know, shot some really nice bucks. This year is your year.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's your turn now.
I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna work my butt off to get it done, you know. And I think that's what it is, you know. Every year you become a better hunter, and you evolve as a better hunter. You know, you go from shooting 6 point to the next year shooting a bigger buck than that one. Then the next year you just keep going up, you know.
And that's my thing. My answer to the viewers, you know, this topic does score matter to me? No, it doesn't really matter. It does and it doesn't. I guess it's kind of a, you know what I mean? I don't want to sound like I'm saying, I want a 125-inch buck, but score doesn't matter.
We don't want to sound like that.
It doesn't matter, but it does matter, if that makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, like it matters to you.
Yes, to myself.
It doesn't, like, not that we're saying, like, we got to shoot a Pope and Young, so this guy can't go and shoot a 6 point.
Yeah. Well,
That's not what we're saying.
I got a buddy or whatever. He's, I want to say he's close to 20,
like 20,
between 20 and 30 Pope and Young, or 20 and 25 Pope and Youngs.
with his bow.
With a bow, all with a bow. And you know, we kind of talked to him about it. I'm like, you know, where do you go? Like, now what do you do now? And he kind of explained to us, you know, he's now after, age class now.
Yeah.
He's wanting to get on to bucks that are, you know, 6, you know, 5, between 5 and 9 years old now, or even older. So he's on an age class now. He's not really on score anymore.
I mean, he has that one buck that's, I mean, probably, I don't know how big
Which one was it?
That one, remember he says like 12 years old or something, or how old was it?
Oh, it was,
6,
I think 9. I think it was 9 years old. He was probably 100 and, that's Pope and Young, I bet you.
Oh yeah.
He's Pope and Young.
But
I don't
it's
know
just
what it scored,
It's
but
just crazy though. That's a old deer.
And he has a 126-inch 8 or 6 point.
Yes.
This thing, I swear to God, it's
not 8 point.
6 point. 6.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
6
sorry,
point.
excuse me, 6 point. That thing is a monster.
It's a freak.
Oh, it's a freak, dude. If that buck come out in front of me, I'll whack him any day of the week. The thing is
That's
sweet.
crazy. Yeah, Pope and Young 6 point.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
but like, yeah. So like, far as that, like, no score don't matter. But to me, yes, it does a little bit. To elevate myself, to go further, to grow as a hunter.
Yeah.
I'd say though, after I get, my goal is to have 10 to 15 Pope and Youngs by the time I'm 35 years old.
Yep.
And then once that hits, then I'll be chasing age class.
But think about it, dude. Everybody's on a.
Does score matter to you? What do you feel about score?
Score doesn't matter to me. I feel like if that 100-inch buck comes out in front of you and it's getting you riled up, it's getting your heart pumping. You're got your little shake. I don't know. Some people got a little bit of a pump going. Their heart's pounding. If it gets you going like that, man, take it. But I don't know. I just feel like if it's a good hunt for me and everything comes together and that 100-inch buck comes out, I'm probably gonna take him.
See, I like that. That's great. That's
and,
awesome.
If I get that 125-inch buck comes out here in Michigan, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, then I guess I don't know.
Yeah. So say if early season comes around and you shoot 115, 110-inch buck, towards the end of the season, what are you gonna do after? What are your plans?
If I go down to Ohio and shoot a 110-inch buck, then I come here to Michigan, I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna pass that 100-inch buck up or 110-inch buck because now I'm trying to get up to a 125-inch buck.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. I think that's sweet. And
who knows? I might go down to Ohio and shoot that Pope.
But then you got some people.
Change.
You got some people, and I guess I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but you got others that are holding out for 140, 150, 160. I think personally, in my opinion, I'm not waiting for 150, 160-inch buck. I need a few Pope and Youngs under my belt.
Well, the thing is, man,
before I can kind of wait for any kind of buck like that.
We don't got a lot of big bucks on our belt, Like we don't got a whole lot, We got bucks on our belts, from public, private, but like we don't got a whole. Lot
we don't have
Pope and Youngs,
have too many mature deer.
Yeah, we don't have like a buck you shot. We don't have a whole lot of bucks like that, So now it's our turn to be able to shoot those 125-inch buck. If a guy is talking to you and he's like, "Oh, I would just pass that up if I was you." Well, he's gonna say that because he's got 40 Pope and Youngs, or he's got like 10 Pope and Youngs, and then he's got 140-inch bucks. He can say that because he's got those bucks. You know what I mean?
No, I agree.
Now it's our 100%. Turn to do that.
I agree. So yeah, we're gonna be after some good deer this year. Actually, we do. You got alarm going off?
Yeah, I had alarm going off.
You're good. But yeah, so we are after some pretty good deer this year. And then I kind of would like to. This buck's going to be a great buck this year. This was a shed you found last year, correct?
Last year, yep.
Yeah, Blaine found this last year on a piece of public. I think, what is he, an 8?
He's an 8, yeah. He's an 8 point. I mean, I feel like he's had a little kicker coming right here.
I think that's going to be a great buck this coming year. So is this going to be one of the ones you're going to be trying to get after?
I'm going to be trying to get him. Yeah, yep. I'm going to be trying to get onto that one. I found that shed last year. I was scouting. I actually found this one too. I found this shed too last year, both those sheds.
Sweet.
And yeah, man, I'm gonna. This buck's a nice, really nice buck for public, but I wanna.
That'd be your biggest buck to date, though, correct?
Because he's gonna be bigger this year.
Oh, he's gonna be big.
This would be my biggest.
That's
buck.
Gonna be a nice buck.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
it's great.
If he comes out, I'll get him.
It's gonna be sweet. Yeah, so that's kind of our take on the score matter. I don't believe that it really does.
No.
I mean, it does, but it doesn't. It does to me a little more, just because that's where I'm trying to go. Trying to evolve as a hunter.
And like everybody's got a different journey.
But like you said, that 100-inch buck comes out and your blood's boiling, your heart's pumping, you're gonna take him. I think that's sweet.
To say like the rut's on, right, and that buck's 100-inch, 200-inch bucks come in. They're just smashing their horns together, fighting, right.
Yep.
Think about you take that buck, man. You got a hunting story for life.
Yeah.
For that buck.
I think the story is greater than anything.
You don't always gotta mount those giant bucks. If you want to mount a 100-inch buck, mount it, man, because there's a story behind it.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think in the next hopefully by July or August, we'll have our other podcast studio set up. So. Yeah, that's gonna be sweet. We'll have that all set up, and we're gonna
actually have your buck up now.
Yeah, we're gonna have some new equipment, and it's gonna be great. Then just be looking forward to we're gonna be having some guests coming on, hopefully July, August. So lots to look forward to.
We just got to get our setup a little bit better for that, and then we'll go from there.
We'll be ready to rock and roll. So, again, big thanks to all of our followers and supporters on YouTube and TikTok. We do apologize for not posting posting our shorts the last couple of weeks.
We've been busy.
We've been super, super busy and swamped. We will be posting some shorts here coming up. So
for podcast 6 and 7, and then this podcast
6, 7, and 8. Yep. So big shout out to all of our followers and supporters. We thank and appreciate all you guys for watching.
Yep.
We'll see you guys again later.
See you guys on the next one. Bye.